Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all creeds, this is ACL Brisbane 2015, brought to you by Astro, BenQ, and HyperX. I'm in Maniac, and joining me is Lockdog on the Alpha stream. Lockdog, thanks for joining me. We are kicking off Winners Bracket Round 1. We're finally into the real action, baby.
It is going to be a huge match as well. SKF up against Mega. I've talked to both squads before the event. Both extremely confident of getting a long way into bracket play, and them coming up against each other first up. One of them is going to go to the loser bracket. Neither of them want to be there, so this is going to be a huge match.
It's always exciting when you see a top-tier team get knocked into the loser bracket after round 1, but that's tournament gameplay. Now, both of these teams have played amazingly well through pool play. However, we already know our thoughts on both of these teams. There's a poll on screen. I want to know, guys at home, who you think is going to take this out. So we have Mega, the Kiwi God squad, or one of two awesome Kiwi squads coming over from across the ditch. They have come over to take on Skyfire here in Winners Bracket Round 1. Look, made up of some amazingly skilled players in there. You've got Azzy, Bundo, and a couple of others, of course, including Quinn. So this squad has played amazingly well through all of these competitions. I've seen a lot and does play as well, Locke. Who are you tipping for this one? Because I really can't pick it. If
Bundo and Quincy can work well together and just go huge, then SKF, I think, will take this match. And I was watching him before. Bundo, he wasn't having the best game against Textbook.
Yep. And
then in the second half of the uplink that they played, he just went massive. He went like 20 and 5 in a half. And if he can replicate that against a team of Mega, then I think SKF can take it. But SKF, as I said, they're just a momentum team. It's up to momentum. Whoever gets the first map is going to be going a long way to win this game.
Yeah, well, I could totally agree with you there. First map is going to be Hardpoint and Solar. However, just on this poll, those of you at home and watching this stream, make sure you are tweeting at us who you think is going to win this one. So to vote, tweet at ACL Pro with the key. So it's at ACL Pro space. Then the key, it's either R1 Mega, if you think Mega's going to take it, or R1 SF for Skyfire. And as you can see there, people at home favouring and tipping Skyfire right now, and it's just boosting a little bit to them as well. So not as much love for our Kiwi friends. And as you can see on screen now, that is Skyfire. So look, that's who the team's, the audience is going for. And again, we are into Winners Bracket Round 1 here, guys. That means we are going into a best-of-5 series. So pool play, we saw all 3 games played out. Hey, it could still be 3 games here, Locke, if one team's playing just a lot better than the other.
Definitely could. And as I said, momentum comes a big part of both of these teams' gameplay. And if one team gets on top, just gets a heap of momentum, it could be a 3-0. But realistically, 2 teams of this caliber, you'd expect it to go all the way to Map 5.
You really would. And you know what? Look, the people at home may not exactly agree. They're really tipping and favouring this Skyfire squad. It's just going in their way. 73% of the players at home think that Skyfire is going to take it out. So you know what? Give the people what they want. ACL Pro is an organisation for the people. So let's do it. We're going to kick things off with the captain of Skyfire. We've got Azzy.
Let's see what he can do. He's going to rock that bell. So will Bundo, I'd assume, here on Solar. And Bundo starting off well. So is Quincy and Azzy picking up the headshot. Starting off well here, Skyfire. 3 kills, make that 4 for them to start off with. 8 points on the board already as they take control of this middle hard point very early on.
Yeah, you know, it's always a scrap here in this middle hard point on Solar. Always just a slay fest, but I tell you what, Skyfire are showing their dominance. They've got the first 19 points on the board halfway through this hard point before the guys at Mega were even allowed to touch it. So you've got Eminence in control of it right now. You've got a kill before being dropped. Bundo and Quins both keep picking up kills. Quins was hungry for more, though, as he just got 2 in a row. We've got about 15 seconds before the rotation. And, of course, Lockdog on Solar specifically, or especially, it's always about this first rotation over to the B Street.
Definitely is, and the bell play here from Bundo, he should try and lock down that top heaven spot. He did get taken down there. Rival also drops. Azzy and Quins both cleaning up that hard point. They're going to be able to hold this one. That middle hard point, as you said, Usually not too much of a lead comes out of it, but at the moment it's over 20 points here for SKF, and Quincy 7-4 as he just drops, but holding that hill well. Rival comes in, takes down Bundo from afar, but Azzy coming in with that bell as well. The dual bell's working well so far for Skyfire. Azzy and Bundo doing a heap of work. 9-3 for Azzy, 4-3 for Bundo.
Yeah, they've done amazing work here in Skyfire. Look at this, just locking it down. Dean going to work as well, that ASM1. Perko finally shutting that one down. Rival being dropped in the back. You've still got Quins and Bundo teaming up here. This is the wombo combo of Skyfire right now as they are just locking it down. Azzy now up high.
Azzy.
Perfect positioning with this AR. And as you can see there, after this second hard point, it hasn't even ended yet. They're walking away right now. Your scoreboard sits at 65-15.
Azzy is just dominating this match at the moment. 12-5, along with Quinn's 10-5. He's got 3 caps as well at the moment, Quincy, as he's going to try and rotate this one. They didn't rotate that early there, SKF. They just tried to get as many points off that second hill as possible. They allowed Mega to get the rotations and get the spawns, and they've been able to hold it here, Mega, for at least 10 seconds so far. They've got to try and stop Quincy, though. Quincy did break in, get 1 kill. Is still there somewhere as he picks up another kill there on Eminence. He did get taken down by Rival, unfortunately. Rival picks up a 2-piece. Can he get the third? His teammate's going to pick it up for him, and Mega are going to be able to hold this hill out, and that was important for Mega. If they got broken there and SKF were able to get back into the hill and get some more points on the board, it would have been very, very hard to come back from that, even at this early stage of the game, but they were able to hold it. Now it's still only a 40-point difference, and there's still definitely hope for Mega as Vanish is going to be able to hold that hill as he tried to push.
Yeah, look, couldn't agree more with everything you just said. The big rotation is coming up, though, Locke, as most players would know, or even spectators watch a lot of competitive Call of Duty. Here on Hardpoint on Solo, it's going to be this car park hardpoint on that far right-hand side of the map. Now, you see a lot of blue arrows set up there. That's going to be Skyfire. They were set up very early for this rotation. They sacrificed some of those early points to try and get in a good position. But as you can see here, a huge push from Mega, and Mega was actually able to clean that up pretty quickly. I mean, Skyfire back in control, sure, but given how early that Skyfire rotated, I really thought they would have been able to hold that down a little bit more to start with, but as you can see here, they've bounced right back. Yeah,
it was a brilliant push there by Mega to break that hill. There was a 4-man setup from SKF to be able to hold that top hard point, but Mega just pushed 2 left, 2 right, and were able to break it quickly. But SKF, they've got back into control of this hard point. Bundo, 14-7. He's on a 5 streak. Let's jump on board with him and see how he's going. Picks up another kill there on Eminence. Make that 15-7. He's got 3 caps to his name, which is interesting for an AR to have the second most caps on his team. But SKF, they're just working so well, and just whoever's closest is jumping on that hill. And Rival, he's just forced to get scrap time that they really can't afford to focus on. Mega, they just need to get a rotation, and they just haven't been able to. Azzy dominating with that bell, 19-12, along with Quincy, 19-11.
Yeah, those two together have been doing amazingly well. In fact, the whole squad has. Look at that, positive across the board. And as you can see over in Mega, falling behind a little bit. Perko just needs to wake up. He's just been taking it easy over in pool play. We're in the big leagues now, son. He needs to wake up. Ooh. Bundo, he's woken up. No troubles here. He heard that smack. He was able to jump out of the way, but then being shut down. Eminence from Mega, trying to rack up some points here. They're about half the score of what Skyfire are. We're almost halfway through the map when it comes to time. 129, 270 points. I mean, it's not impossible for them to come back, and indeed, we've got half the time left, but they really need to turn this around.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad hold there by Eminence just to get a few more points back on the board. He got about 15 for his team, and he's going to get a few more here as he picks up the last 5 seconds there at that hard point, as he's going to take down Vanish, though, as he tries to push towards that middle hard point. Now Skyfire, yet again, they dominated this mid hard point early on off the break. Let's see if they can do it again off the second rotation. 134-78 is your score at the moment. Bundo does get taken down. Eminence just sitting in dark, going to try and push out into the pool, trying to find a kill. He knows that the player is in the hill somewhere. Will find Dean before getting taken down, and just kills going left and right. And this hill really just staying contested. Neither team getting a whole heap of time off it, but Mega now get a few points in a row.
Yeah, and that's what you see very often here in this full hard point. And this is kind of what I expected off that first spawn when we started the game. Just a bloodbath here in the middle, and that's what's happening right now on the second time through. SKF finally able to get a few points off it, holding this one down. They also have a nice spawn too. I saw one player spawn up in maps, and indeed, that's what's going to happen. So you're going to have Azzy here. He spawned the rest of his team over at maps, which is exactly where you want to be when it's going to jump over to a B Street hard point. So Azzy's up high with this bow, He's going to have a teammate down low. That's Quins. What a great setup from this squad. The question is, can they hold it?
Well, with the double barrel setup, this is pretty much the perfect map for Skyfire. Bundo and Azzy just dominating 27 and 18 and 24 and 16 for those two. We're on board with Azzy at the moment. He picks up a two-piece. Going to try and find the third. Quincy's going to take it away from him, though, as he picks up another kill there on Vanish. Players shoot at him. Is he going to be able to get that turn? No, he gets taken down as Mega try and contest this one. They get control of it momentarily, and Perko does get control of the top railing here just above the hill, but he gets taken down, and Skyfire yet again able to break that hill. 162 to 96. Over 60 points the difference. 3 minutes to go. Skyfire, they're in a good position and they've got control of the match. It's just whether Mega can try and take that control back here on the next factory hardpoint.
Yeah, whether they can do it or not is the question. There's about 180 points left up for grabs. They're going to be behind by about 80. And, you know, considering they need 1/3 of the time just converted to points, you know, that's not taking into account anything else. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do it. You can see here, Mega, the kill feed is lighting up for them right now. Eminence leading the charge here into this factory, and they are going to be trying to start this resurgence, but Lockdog, is it too little too late?
I don't think so. Mega, they set up on this hard point so well, and they're just continuing to hold this one. 175 to 116. They're 60 points down, but Vanish is just picking up kills left, right, and center. Rival goes down. Eminence is still in there. He'll pick up Dean and hold this one. Another 28 seconds left on this hill. If they can get 20 seconds out of that 28, then they'll be able to get back into this game. Unfortunately, SKF have been able to break it in, and Azzy picking up that two-piece. That was huge, and Quincy did get taken down by Rival, but all SKF need to do is just make sure that this continues to be at least contested for the rest of the time. Rival's actually going to pick up the rest of the hill time there, that last 15 seconds, to bring them back within 50 points of the team of Skyfire, but it's just whether they can break this hill yet again like they did last time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We saw Skyfire was set up very nicely here as he was taking down Dean, now the man alive for him. He takes down one, tries to get a second, but Perko going to very promptly shut that down. So you've got Perko in a great position here with the bow, but he's not getting those points, Lockdog. He's relying on his teammate. He got dropped. You've got Vanish and Eminence in there, but they are being dropped like flies. Yeah, watch those spawns. Eminence still trying to lock it down. 188 to 142. Just under a minute and a half left. It is still a game on our hands for both of these squads right now.
Yeah, Mega had the spawns momentarily there, but Skyfire were able to push out and make sure they blocked him, and Dean being able to pick up Eminence. Bundo going to be taking down Rival as Perko took down Azzy. Bundo trying to find some more kills, will do so. Get with that assist there as Dean picks up one before getting traded out, but Bundo's also going to trade that kill before dropping 208 to 142, and not long left now, and it's definitely Skyfire that should be able to take this game out. I think they've already been able to just get in front enough to make sure that they secure the first map. But Mega, they're going to keep fighting until the end of this game.
That's correct. So it is going to be the first map to the guys of Skyfire. And, you know, there is still a lot of action as he just picked up that two-piece before being finally dropped by Eminence. You've got Perko still just trying to save face and rack up those points. And don't forget, for those of you playing at home, we are tracking all the stats from this weekend at ACL Brisbane, thanks to our friends at Does Play. So make sure you check out at Does Play Stats. And also follow that hashtag with hashtag ACL Bris for all of the action. I mean, look, the game may be wrapped up. This may be Skyfire's game. But at the beginning, and especially all the way up until halfway, or even into the three-quarters, it was really going either way. And both teams played amazingly well. What were your thoughts on that one?
I think Skyfire definitely, it's really their map. The dual bell combo, Azzy and Bundo, they've got over 80 kills between them. It's just their map. That's how they play it, and they showed exactly that. They were in front for pretty much the whole map, but really Mega was so close to being able to just shut them down. Just a couple of crucial kills that they couldn't quite get in that map. But moving on to the next one, it's going to be S&D on Drift, and I think that's going to be a big change-up for the two teams.
Yeah, the newest map added to the competitive rotation. I mean, well, not only that, the fact that it's S&D and both teams have been known for their raw slaying power. Now, it could be argued, the guys from Skyfire, at least their lineup, you've got some amazing S&D players in there, but at the same time, there's a lot of raw talent over in Mega. Like, who are you feeling for this S&D?
I definitely, as you said, I think Skyfire, they have the experience and they all know how to play S&D, obviously. Bundo, Quincy, Azzy, they've all got extremely good S&D knowledge. And I think that Mega, Not so much. They do know how to play S&D. They're a good team, but I'm not sure if they're quite up to standard that SKF will be at.
Yeah, I couldn't really agree more with that. So it's going to, look, I really feel it's going to go either way. I can't wait to get into the action. We're going to have to take a quick break, though, as both teams get set up. So, guys, make sure you don't go anywhere. Up next, in Winners Bracket Round 1, we're going to have Game 2, S&D on Drift. We've got Skyfire up against Mega. Don't you go anywhere.